Hi everyone. I couldn't make the video yesterday just because it got dark really quickly, and yeah, so I decided to make one this morning. But told myself I'd make it after a little bit of road, hopefully find like a nice place, and I didn't. So I'm here, and right behind me is the road, so you might hear some traffic going on. There's gonna be a very short video just because nothing really happened yesterday. It was just a very dull day. Not necessarily pretty either. So I took the Eurovelo route, number 8, and that's the one that's supposed to take me to Albania. So I followed it. It took me a lot of uphill, downhill, and yeah, it was strange because on Google Maps I looked for the next village, the next city, and it said it was Manusk, and it said it was about 2 hours away. So I was like, brilliant, that's not that far. Let's go. I should be able to reach it in the morning. And then didn't reach it in the morning, not even close. And then it's only at 2 o'clock that it reached it. So it didn't make any sense. So I'm wondering if it's all the uphills and downhills, but all in all, yesterday, so I ended up in Ginasservis. And when I looked at the map on the shortest route on Google Maps, it said it's 50 kilometers away, which is really not that far. So I'm wondering what happened. It might have been all the uphill, downhill that got to me. That could have been a thing. Otherwise, yeah, pretty dull day. The only sort of interesting things that happened were in the afternoon. That's why there were very few pictures yesterday. It's not a lot happening. Was I went to get my dinner, so it was around 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock. And then I went back to the Eurovelo route, and it led me straight into a parking lot. And from the parking lot, there was no sensible exit. Like, there were a couple of exits, but they didn't make any sense. In that nothing else was there was no signs for anywhere. Like, usually when there's a bit of a weird turn, there's a sign saying, oh, Eurovelo this way. And it had been pretty good up till then. And then nothing. And so I was like, maybe I went into the wrong... Oh, right. And then the odd thing was that there was the Eurovelo, the bike path, and then there was a big rock in the middle. So I was like, am I supposed to cross the rock? So I went around the rock. But it was like, is this closed? So I'm not sure what happened. Maybe they didn't finish it. I don't know. But it was just very, very strange. So in the end, I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna take car roads and just be really, really careful and be on the side. So that's exactly what I did. I looked where I should be going, like where it's very, very, not in detail, like, yeah. And I went on a car road. There were a couple of bikes there, so I didn't feel too bad, like coming the opposite way. But yeah, the sad thing it was on Instagram. But I was biking along, and for some reason I didn't have my music on, or I guess my podcast on, and I would hear like, and it kept getting louder. Well, I was going towards it. It's like, what is this? And turns out it was a little lamb that was sitting down, sitting down, and it had flies all over it, and it didn't look well. So it looked like scared. So I went close to it, but all the rest of the herd were very far away. So I was just wondering what to do. So I was like, is this normal? Should I just keep biking? But I couldn't keep biking. I would feel really terrible. So I ended up crossing the field to find someone. And yeah, this car slowed down for me, and they were like, are you okay? And I was like, yeah, there's a lamb over there, but on its own. And she's like, oh, I'll tell my son. He's in charge of the sheep, so I'll tell him and it'll get sorted. I'm like, oh, okay, thank you. So I left. But yeah, little bugger. Oh right, the other sort of funny thing that happened was in the morning. So I was fresh out of bed, or I guess fresh off of the camping. A lot of flies here. And I start going, so I'm going pretty fast, and then I see this troop of people, and they're English speaking, and I guess they have this dedicated route they're doing. So I'm in the middle of them, and I keep passing one at a time, but they're really annoying to pass because I don't want a car coming opposite me, or yeah, I don't really want to pass them when we're going up, but going down is a bit is not very safe. So I managed to pass all of them, and so I'm the first one in, and then I keep going because it's a bit weird when you pass someone but then you're too slow, so they have to pass you again. So I try to like really push myself so they didn't have to pass me again. But then I got to a village. I was a bit lost, so they caught up with me, and then they had this they all stopped, so I figured out my way, kept going. But then yeah, there was this lady that was waiting, I'm guessing, for them, and they had a bunch of fruits and like watermelon and cantaloupe and like a big thing, I'm guessing, of ice water. I was so tempted to try and join in and just be like, yeah, I've been here all along, what are you talking about? I'm friends with little Chris over there. And no, but I didn't end up doing that, but I was really tempted because it looked so good. But no, otherwise I just went to the campsite. I don't think the campsite was for tents, because when I got there, she's like, oh, I'll check if I have space. And she ended up checking between sort of bungalows, and I think she knew that 2 bungalows didn't have anyone this weekend, or this week. And so she's like, you can stay here. And so I did. But I didn't see any other tents. So yeah, it was a nice pool though, a heated pool, so I went in there for a bit. But otherwise, no, made my supper, went to bed. I was a bit scared of charging my phone because, I mean, you can only charge them in the washrooms. But I figured out there was a plug behind the washing machine, so I sneakily put it there. I was still scared that somebody was going to find it and just take it. So I didn't charge my phone completely, but I charged my power pack, so hopefully that should have enough. Otherwise, that's it. Yeah, today I'm hoping to go all the way to Fréjus. It's been hilly so far. I'm only an hour in, and it's been quite hilly so far. But yeah, it's about 90 kilometers away, so about 5 hours away roughly. And I think I'm already done one, but I'm relying on Google Maps. But so far it's been only big roads. It told me to take a small road, which I couldn't find. Ooh, a bike. But so yeah, I didn't take it. I just went around with big roads. All right, bye bye.